In the past, I've made 2 videos all about LEGO's biggest and worst mistakes. However, this honestly just doesn't seem like I've covered them all, as there are so many more comments I got saying I should make a part 3. So now, about 8 months later to the original 2 videos, let's discuss more of the biggest and worst LEGO mistakes. So what is up LEGO fans, it's LEGOman Cam, and there have been a lot of great LEGO Marvel sets in the past. My thoughts go straight to the Web Warriors Bridge Battle, or even the newest Quinjet that we got from Age of Ultron, that while pricey, is just an amazingly sleek set. However, they have not usually been this good, and are often completely wrong. For example, the first wave of Avengers Endgame sets were genuinely all over the place, so let me show you why. The smallest set here was a super oversized Captain America motorbike, which I do not remember ever seeing in the movie. This can also be said about the War Machine Buster, a set that I own because it looks really awesome. But man, this thing was just nowhere to be seen in Endgame. Now, what a lot of people are going to say, and this is probably 100% true, but often for these type of sets that get released before, or at least alongside a movie, often have a lot of things wrong with them, and this is because the sets may have been based off of concept art. What is certain though, is that this Avengers Hulk helicopter rescue set, a set that released after the movie had been out for a few months, is still yet again completely inaccurate with a helicopter that was not a part of the movie, in a scene that did not exist either. Hulk and Rescue never interacted. This doesn't stop it from being a great set with cool minifigures, but I'm unsure of why LEGO released this one instead of something else. Next, let's look at a set that has some mistakes inside of it. Actually, this is a really recent set, being the Clone Turbo Tank, or as it's now called, the Republic Juggernaut. This set has been under fire for so many different reasons. First, it's abhorrent $160 price tag, followed by the clone minifigures that are missing those cloth karmas to make them look exceptionally good. However, the mistake with this set actually has to do with the structure and stability of it, which is something that many reviewers of LEGO Star Wars sets were quick to notice when looking at the set. If you grab on the center of the model, a regular position that any kid would, or even adults picking up and transporting the set, over time, the central 2 column pieces will come disattached and come apart, leaving the entire main body of the tank to just kind of fall off. So this set ends up being poorly priced, having questionable minifigures and structural issues. So I'm glad that I bought mine for under $100 on sale the other day. More of that will be in an upcoming video. This next mistake is a broader one and has to do with how LEGO has handled an entire theme in general, or kind of like a sub-theme. This is a sub-theme of LEGO Ninjago, specifically being Ninjago Legacy. If you don't already know what Ninjago Legacy is, I'll quickly explain it. This was in 2019 when Ninjago began a new sub-theme of sets called Ninjago Legacy, where they would go back and remake older sets from the theme, or even in some cases, create something new that was only ever shown in the TV show. This continued on through 2020 and 2021, where LEGO made updates of sets from the original pilot of Ninjago, Season 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. However, in 2022, LEGO cancelled this sub-theme and replaced it with Ninjago Core, another sub-theme aimed at younger audiences and trying to get them into Ninjago, which produced some less than amazing sets. What I and many fans would love to see is a return of this theme, with sets based on some of the newer seasons that are still quite old, like 7, 8, 9 years old. Getting a new Dawn of Iron Doom with Crux and Acronix would make so many people happy out there, or maybe get a new Misfortune's Keep. That's a set that I never picked up back in the day. These sets could be given fresh takes, giving us new minifigures, and just add so much to the history of Ninjago, and I will never forgive LEGO for giving us this amazing suit for Zane, but then not making it for any of the other ninja. Going back over to LEGO superheroes now, instead of Marvel, let's talk DC. But just quickly, if you have seen a few of my videos and do enjoy them, please consider subscribing to help us reach 40k. It's the best thing that you can do to help support a relatively small channel in the wider LEGO community. Anyway, this mistake could be more classified as maybe a missed opportunity, but this is LEGO completely ignoring the new Superman movie, giving us no sets. I mentioned this in this previous video, but with LEGO DC becoming so Batman-centric in the past few years, it seems as though with this new DCU, LEGO could actually get back to making other characters and sets, since there's been some buzz around the new films. I wish LEGO could go back to the glory days of 2014, where we got Green Lantern and Sinestro, Arrow, Cyborg and Darkseid, or even Gorilla Grodd and Wonder Woman. These sets that were based off of the LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham video game were so amazing, and the new DCU feels just so rich and full of life that it shocks me that we didn't even see a single LEGO Superman set. We could have got Supes, Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific, and Hawkgirl. We could have got a set of the giant kaiju, or even Mr. Terrific's spaceship. They would have been just amazing to get with the Engineer or Ultraman as the villain. Heck, even give us a playset titled Break-In at the Fortress of Solitude. I guarantee you, LEGO, that set would sell like hotcakes. Hopefully the DCU continues to succeed and LEGO can give us some great sets in a few years on all the new movies we're gonna get and not just more of these terrible mechs. I think it's a real sign of where we're at with LEGO DC when fans will get genuinely excited for a $20 Superman mech when we used to get sets like these. Now adding back to the first mistake I spoke about in this video relating to LEGO Marvel releasing sets that have nothing to do with the movie, they did this again in No Way Home, but thankfully they actually fixed it, yet they still then went on and made another mistake. This is the main example of a set that was completely off track, and this is the Spider-Man at the Sanctum Workshop. While yes, this set does feature things that were in No Way Home, like Doctor Strange, Wong in his yellow snow coat, and then the Sanctum itself, this giant green alien bug monster was definitely not in the film. However, LEGO then went ahead and made this, the No Way Home Final Battle, which I believe to be one of the best LEGO Marvel sets in recent years, giving us nearly everything that we wanted from the movie. The mistake or problem here is that the first set we looked at released in October of 2021, and then the movie released in December, whereas the Spider-Man Final Battle set came out in August, but not of 2022, August of 2023. What this means was that by the time this set had released, all the hype around the movie had completely died off, leaving this set to now be on clearance and sale shelves, despite being an incredible model with great minifigures. LEGO then even went a step further in 2024, giving us Sandman and Lizard in this DLC set, which is great, but again, there was no hype around this set, ultimately making it just become completely forgotten. Our next mistake I'm going to be talking about for only 10 seconds. It's the LEGO Marvel Avengers Endgame Final Battle set. This thing should never have been made, and I've already found it on clearance here in Australia. Thank God it's gone. The last mistake is another Star Wars one, and this time it's specific to a LEGO Star Wars minifigure. This is Cal Kestis, a minifigure exclusive to the Star Destroyer from last year, which may I add is a great LEGO Star Wars set if you haven't already picked it up. However, what's wrong with this figure, despite being a super great looking minifigure, is that he doesn't include a poncho. Cal Kestis' poncho is such an iconic part of the character, so much so that Cameron Monaghan, the actor and voice actor for Cal Kestis, has even made it a meme at this point. This isn't even the only problem with the figure though. He of course is missing BD-1, his main droid, who earlier appeared in the buildable BD-1 set, who doesn't even appear in this set. While yes, this was meant to be a special 25th anniversary figure, and all the others only included one minifigure, Cal and BD are inseparable, and now means that people have to go out to the aftermarket to find this figure, where it realistically could have been included here for a couple of cents on LEGO's behalf, but would have gone a long way to make this such a more complete looking figure. With that being said though, those are all the LEGO mistakes I wanted to discuss today. If you haven't already, go and check out part 1 and part 2 to the video. They'll be linked in the description, and please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.